Hi, this is Darren Power from the Betting School. The purpose of this video is to show you how to use the auto betting tool that we've built for members of the Betting School Insiders Club. So I'm going to start right from the beginning, and the first thing we'll do is we'll open Betting Assistant and log ourselves in. And you see I've got the day's races already loaded up in the quick pick box because that's my default setting. If you don't have the day's races in that quick pick box, you can go to Market, Add to Quick Pick List, and then select All UK Win Horse Racing if that's what you want to bet on. You could also choose the place markets or the greyhound markets or racing from somewhere else in the world. The next thing we need to do is we need to open the spreadsheet. We're now on version 1.12. Now you should get a message asking you if you want to enable macros. You may get a message that says there's macros in this spreadsheet and that your security settings won't let them run. If that's the case, you need to adjust your security settings and move them down a notch so you're allowed to accept macros in spreadsheets that you trust. And when you do that, you'll get this security warning and you need to enable the macros. This is the main control sheet of the spreadsheet. And these are the areas where you can control. Now before you attach the betting assistant to this spreadsheet, you probably should adjust your settings, and we'll just run through these now. So you can lay a horse or a greyhound or whatever it is you're betting on depending on its market position. You can also back as well now, but when I first wrote that we were only laying. So you select the market position in this box. So if you want to lay the third favourite, which is what we've got here, you enter 3 into that box. You set the minimum price of the horses you want to lay. So if the third favourite is, well in this case, greater than 2 but below 10, almost all third favourites will be in that range. These settings I've got in here I've just put in for test purposes, so don't think that they are winning settings. If you want to see some settings that people are winning regular profits with, then just go into the forum and check out the thread on this auto betting tool, and you'll find that people have posted their settings there along with the profit they've made since the tool was first launched. So you would set here the minimum price of the horse you want to lay, and then in this box the maximum price of the horse you want to lay. You'll say how far that horse needs to be away from the favourite, and this is in decimal numbers. So if I have 1 in there, then I'm saying the third favourite must be at least 1 above the favourite. So if the favourite is 2 to 1, then my third favourite must be at least 3 to 1, or 2 to 1 being decimal odds of 3.0, and my horse must be at least 4.0 to qualify. I can also say how far away that horse must be from the second favourite. Now if it is the second favourite that you're laying, you need to put a negative number in that box, like -1, otherwise you will never place any bet because your horse will never be 0 away from the second favourite, because it will always be the same price. If you want to lay the third favourite or the fourth or the fifth, etc., but you want to ignore that setting, then just set it to 0, and then it doesn't matter how far away it is from the second favourite. This next setting is only bet if there's more than this many runners in the race. So this is doesn't matter how many have been declared, this is how many are actually in the race at the time that the market is checked. And if you look at the next setting, that's when do you want to place your bet, and I'm saying 60 seconds before the off in this instance. So going back to this, we're saying there must be at least 5 runners, there must be more than 5 runners at 60 seconds before the off when we go to place the bet. And you can set that again to any number of runners you like. So the time to make the bet is in seconds. You can set it for any number you like, but if you get too close you might find that if your clock is slightly out that you won't actually get a bet placed because the race will be off. So you need your computer's clock to be accurate and aligned to the timing of the clock that the racetrack is using. There's a staking plan in the software. If you want to switch that staking plan on, you put 1 in this box. If you don't want to use it, you put 0. If you want to know more about the staking plan, you can read it in this month's members report. The spread of the selected runner's back and lay price. So what you're saying is you're trying to look to see if the market is properly formed. So if there's too big a gap between the back price and the lay price on the horse that you've selected, so in this case the third favourite, then no bet will be placed. You probably want to set that at less than 2. I've just got it at 2 for testing because I wanted to make sure that it worked. What odds do you want to place your bet at? Well, you can see from this pop-up box here, if you put 0, you're placing your bet at the current middle back odds. If you set it to 1, you're setting it to the current back odds, 2 the current lay odds, and 3 the middle position lay odds. If you set it to 4, then the bet will be submitted with these odds, so in this case 10. Obviously Betfair will match you at the best price available, but using that option it does ensure that you never laid a bet at greater than the maximum price you've specified. Base stake, I've got that set for 10 pence because I've been doing some testing, but that is if you're not using the staking plan, then that's the stake you're going to lay or back at. If you are using the staking plan, that's the stake that you're going to start at. And then these new settings I've just added, you can back instead of lay. So if you want to use this bot to place back bets for you, set that to 1. If you want to use it to place lay bets, you set it to 2. You can have it stop if your balance exceeds a certain amount, or stop if your balance goes below a certain amount, so it just won't place any further bets if either of those things happen. Now that's all the settings you need to know to use the bot. So once you've set those at how you think you want them to be, and if you're just testing out ideas, do set it with a very low stake, and so there's not a big financial impact if things don't work out. But the next thing we want to do is to attach the Betting Assistant to this spreadsheet. So if we go back to Betting Assistant, first of all I want to auto select the markets. So I go to Market, Auto Select at a specific time before the off. I usually go for 2 minutes, and what that means is at 2 minutes before the off the software will switch to the next race. So at 12:28 it will activate this Huntingdon 12:30 race. At 12:38 it will activate this Ludlow race, and it'll step through the whole card in that manner. To attach Betting Assistant to the spreadsheet, we click on Log Current Prices. We select the spreadsheet, which is called Members Project 112, Worksheet 1, top left cell A1. These are the default values. We need to make sure that Enable Triggered Betting is ticked and Show Balance is ticked, and we need to have these 2 boxes ticked as well. And we click OK, and then we can just leave it for the day. The spreadsheet will run through each race, placing bets that meet your criteria. We have a log over on this page, and this will give you various details about each bet it's submitted. Now if a bet is listed here, it doesn't necessarily mean it was matched. It means the software submitted it to the market, and it may or may not got matched. So you get the race details, which is the race, the name of the race and the time of the race. You get the name of the selection that was bet, the bet type, back or lay, the stake, the odds requested, so that's the odds that you submitted the bet at and not the matched odds, the time before the off that the bet was placed, and the balance as it was before the bet was placed. As I said earlier, if you want to find out what settings other people have used and how successful they've been with them, and some people are over 20 points up with this bot since they've started using it at level stakes, just go into the club forum and log in there, and you'll be able to read all about the people that have been using the bot and find out more about it. But that's all for now. This is Darren Power from Betting School. Thanks for listening.